Hey, what's up, guys? Jake here, gonna have some Doki Doki Literature Club. We're practicing our poems in front of people so we can pretend to practice them in front of people or something. I don't fucking know. We're reading poems, so what else is new? Anyway, the title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she just a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica, almost as if she's the center of attention right now. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation? She finishes reciting her poem. The four of us applaud. I guess we don't get to know what the poem was. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, what? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she quickly walks over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Okay, cool. Glad we're getting real edgy real quick. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the shape of syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation, not to worry, but Sky is here. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me after, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. That was, like, really good. Thank you for sharing. It looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm up next then. Suri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks over to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, bitch, chill, please. It's a lot harder than I thought. That's what she said. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay, then. Suri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Yay! Good job, Sayori. Even Butt Sky liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out so nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work as well with that kind of delivery. What? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that sort of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki. Ugh. Don't make me go before Butt Sky. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Butt Sky lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Okay. So I guess we're just being mean now. I guess that's what we're doing for, like, fun now. Natsuki! It's fine. I fucking suck. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Who the fuck knows? Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? That's a weird name for a poem. Because you're presenting, hun. Ugh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. It's like that song. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. Sorry, I thought it said rhythm and rhythm to it, and I was like, yeah, of course. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. You're doing it for the festival, bitch. We talked about this. Oh, I mean, well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, whoa, we're not friends. It's embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I would think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jesus. I should probably find some other poem to recite then. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Anything for you, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll continue planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yeah! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Butt Sky, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just leave. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Suri's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Suri fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. What? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. That's the kind of question designed to put you on the spot? Well... Oh god, this is tough. I mean, Yuri's kind of bae, so let's go with bae. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean... Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Oh, you admitted it! Oh my god! Jesus Christ. There's not even any point in speculating something that is never going to happen, though. Well, I mean, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Oh, sorry. Everyone is so different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I'd hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Oh, it's poem time, baby. Uncontrollable. Hurt. Poof. Dazzle. Pink. Existence. Heaven sent. Vivacious. Lost. Climax. Bunny. Lipstick. Depression. Clouds. Scars. Hopelessness. Tears. Explode. Giggle. Strawberry. I nailed it. I nailed it. That poem is pure gold. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, dude. I just walked in, too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah, that's what it was. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up the piano? Well, I mean, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I cannot wait for the festival. I thought you were really down on the festival, my dude. It's gonna be great. What? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? She was. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, though. It's a whole day where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Dude, calamari is, like, delicious, though. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Whoa, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? What? I mean, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Presumably this joke makes more sense in some other language. What? That's not how you say my name at all, though. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Fucking called it. What? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. So, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again, dude. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Everything's fine. Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everything else. Everything's fine. Look, it's fine. Well, okay, I'm convinced. If you say so. Worriedly, I glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation's already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since, you know, they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. But Sky, what is up? Hey, so this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into this, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, do you think so? I can't really say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something up with her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, But Sky. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No! It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. I mean, are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? Am I wanted for crimes? What do you mean by that? I'm saying maybe the thing on her mind is you, Butt Sky. Me. How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Suri talks about you more than anything else, you know. She wants that D. What? She's been so much happier since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Suri's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Butt Sky. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Nope. Not once, not never. I've said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her. So don't think about it for now. Oh. Alrighty then. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but right now I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori's sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation of her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, dude. You didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? Yes, because I have so many of those. How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I don't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I suppose you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share what's on your mind, I would be glad to listen. Dude, it's really not that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she just seems a bit off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. What? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something so stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Syria and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or, I mean, maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. But, Sky, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep behind plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you might know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I mean, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me way too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as someone like you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. That doesn't mean anything. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone! After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we all share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Alright, my dudes. Before we dive into round 3 of Poem Smackdown, or whatever the fuck we're calling this, I'm gonna draw this episode to a close. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate if you like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to tune next week for more Doki Doki action with yours truly. I'll see you guys then.